book of Romans, chapter 12, verses 6 through 12. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth or exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness, let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Rejoice in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah. The water Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, for the gift of this truth and knowledge and understanding of the Holy Bible, being able to make our bodies a living sacrifice, fishing for the hopefully elect, so they can be sealed. The water Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, for the elders and apostles, great millstone, who taught us this truth, who are the true teachers of the Holy Bible, and thine eyes see our teachers. And double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutations to the elect men who continue to push this truth and sound doctrine in season and out of season throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever ye are scattered in these last days. Shalom, Akim. Alright? So as we trickle down at the, on the Gregorian calendar of Esau's calendar, January, it goes back to the Roman god Janus. Alright? 2020 is 2020 clear vision of prophecy, man. All right, and we see the prophecies clear over here, great millstone, beginning with our elders. All right, so it's a must that we see these prophecies clearly, that we be fervent in spirit and diligent in this truth. All right, knowing that our great, terrible King Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, return is imminent. Okay, and that's going to be the headline of this video, giving diligence in this truth. Okay. So, as I read in Romans, the 12th chapter, speaking on one specifically, in verse 11 it says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Okay, when you serving the Lord, you have to be fervent in spirit, and that goes, and it give you a list of guidelines. Apostle Paul gave you a list of guidelines of what to do. Basically, a cheat code to enter into the kingdom, to get your rest. But this is not our rest over here in Babylon, America. Okay? Remaining fervent in spirit. That means to be on hot. Be hot as a fucking stove. Okay? Just as these nuclear hot-ass missiles finna tear America ass apart, that's how you got to be on fire in this truth for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Not slothful in business. This is business. This truth is business. Yahweh Shai say, my meat is to do the will of him who sent me. I'll be about his father's business, as he told his mother. We are ambassadors of the Hamashiach. Okay? We represent him. To be just like him. To walk in all his ways. Not be lazy, lukewarm. Yahweh Shai hates a lukewarm nigger. I'm going to say that word. He hates a lukewarm nigger. Okay? Back in Romans 12, in verse 12, it says, rejoicing in hope. Rejoicing in hope. Our hope is to make it up out of here, to have the salvation. Apostle Paul spoke about that also, man. Okay, that's why we say we are the hopefully elect over here. We seeing these prophecies take place on an increasing level, day in and day out, week in and week out. Okay? And we know that our salvation is drawn nigh. Okay? Patient in tribulation. This truth is all about being patient. Go over that a lot of with the younger brothers are coming in. You know, brothers be so quick to be having precepts on the block or whatever. You trying to jump in front of a brother. You got to have order in this truth, and that comes with patience. Okay, Jake's so used to doing shit, you know, out of character and out of order like that, man. When you can't bring nigga shit into this truth. That's not how everything in the heavens and it is in order, man. Decency in order. Okay? That's how you got to be amongst the body, man, amongst the brotherhood. Continuing, it says continuing means to keep going, don't stop, keep pushing. In what? In prayer. In prayer. These are the guidelines. Yahweh wants you to pray to him, to seek him. For the doors of mercy, of repentance have pretty much been shut. That's why the highest, the most high Yahweh, through his son Yahweh, who were ignorantly called Jesus Christ, and the word ignorantly calls God, whose real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. Okay? Now, gotta get a video on that. The names. Okay, is visiting this earth. We are seeing it. We see the prophecies clear. He's visiting this earth. It's the book of First Peter. First Peter, chapter 4, and verse 7. Well, yeah, I started verse 7. But I could have got it. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. I just read that previously, man. Just backing up what I just read. Precept. But the end of all things, back in 1 Peter 4 and 7, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober. Okay? Putting off the cares of this life and in this world, man. Not partaking in none of this New Year's Eve and all that shit, man. You know? Celebrating a new year, man. Jake's so happy to be here another year. You go on these comment boards and social media sites, you see all kind of madness, man. All kind of madness. I even seen one fucking Jake or Eve or on our local news saying, yeah, I took my daughters on school break. I got out here at 4 o'clock ready to see the early fireworks, but at 12 o'clock she's going to be asleep. People are in darkness, man. They are in darkness. Speaking of darkness, 1 Peter, still in 1 Peter, chapter 4, Salaka, 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, a special people. Okay? That ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And we give all infinite honor and glory and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Akakodash, for bringing us out of that darkness into this light. Okay, that darkness was celebrating these paganistic holidays. You know, this beast system, the image of the beast, which is going to ultimately lead to these Israelites and so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans taking that chip. Being involved in this beast system, worshiping this image, the philosophies, you know, everything that goes with it, the lies, the homosexuality, you know, leading to you worshiping this false image, okay? Even Cesare Borgia, okay? The Roman gods and everything like that, man, it's going to ultimately lead to you taking the chip. It's all set up. It is all set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It is all set up for Jake's, you Israelites, to take that chip. That's the next step. That's the final nail in your coffin right there. Straight up. Because you are walking into darkness. So we give all infinite honor and glory and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Akakodash, for bringing us out of that darkness okay, into this truth, having our spiritual binoculars on, okay? So back in, First Peter chapter 4 and verse 8, above all things, have fervent charity. Those are those words again that I just read back in Romans the 12th chapter. The word prayer, okay? Now we have the word fervent again. Charity among yourselves. Okay, that's that brotherly love amongst ourselves, which covers a multitude of sins, man. Okay? And above all things, he said above everything else, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. Okay? And Jason know what that, now you know what the hospitality is, which amongst the brotherhood you know what it is. Okay? And not just going to a brother's house, go to brother's house or whatever, thing like that. Not doing all kind of wild ass shit. You don't just come in a brother's house and cock your feet up and everything like that, man. Make this your fucking bed, house and everything like that. Yes, my house is your house amongst the brotherhood, but we have respect amongst each other. Okay? Just because you're in this truth doesn't mean that you can just wild out and do whatever the fuck you want to do just because you're in this truth. That you have a chance of being under hopefully elect. No. You remain fervent in heat. Being disciplined. That's a video too. Discipline in this truth as we trickle down to the return of our great terrible King. And the scripture reads, verse 10, as every man hath received the gift, and we have the gift over here, great millstone, beginning with our elders of his truth. Even so minister the same one to another as good stewards, Salakia, of the manifold grace of Yahweh. Okay? As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another. You have received this gift, you do the same one to another. Fishing for the hopefully elect out there. Edifying the whole body. Okay? Steady building brothers up into this truth, man. Day in and day out, man. Why y'all shy for giving us the WhatsApp? Brothers can get it in more and more, man. Okay, staying locked in, man. Okay, on all four corners. Because you want to have that good report card up on the Lord's return, man. Okay? But me saying that, not through the 24th chapter. You want to have that good report card. Here's a good report card right here. Okay, if we follow these guidelines. Matthew 24 and 40 and 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. There you go right there, man. You want to be found having all these guidelines that Yahweh Shah wrote about, Apostle Paul wrote about. Okay? Not being lukewarm. Okay? You're not getting your lamp turned off. Being fervent in charity, exhortation, ministry. Sound speech that cannot be condemned, like I told you in the book of Titus 2nd chapter. Okay? I had some more. I got a lot more. All right. This is 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, the hopefully elect, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. Give diligence. Go through these guidelines, self-examining yourself. Okay? I need to pray more. Okay? These are the guidelines to enter the kingdom. I'm going to keep stressing that over here, man. We're going to keep stressing the beginning with our elders. Okay? Beginning with Elder Pastor Hall, who do countless of videos of not being fucking lukewarm. Okay? Us brothers in the truth analyze each other. Okay? Look, bro. Put them to the side. Look, you only did this amount of videos this week. Put up more. Okay? That's building each other up, man. What I just read in the book of Peter, man. Okay? So it says to give diligence, okay, that effort, that full effort, okay? Not being lukewarm, not being slack, okay? not falling off this truth, especially right now, man. Especially right now, with all this turmoil going on, and it's going to get worse of the days of darkness on the house of Yahshua. It's covering the earth right now. As Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is making a visit. Okay? So I'm going to do a couple more precepts and I'm going to close it out. It's Revelation chapter 3. Chapter 3. And I can get let me start at verse 5. Come on, let me start at verse 5. He that overcometh all these things that's coming up on us, man. The persecution, okay, the trials and tribulations, man. Being tried, okay, because you're going to be tried in this truth, and that's in the book of Peter also. Okay? He that overcometh, the same, even getting your head chopped off and being beheaded for this truth. You still have overcome this devil, not taking that chip. Okay? And we're pushing that even more and more. The radio frequency identification chip, because that is the next thing, big thing to happen. We're waiting on that chip. Beginning with our elders, we're waiting on that chip. The year of prophecy, 2020, the year of prophecy. Beginning with the chip. The radio frequency identification chip is the mark of the beast. Straight up. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment. That represents purity. Okay? Because Esau's not white. Okay? The so-called red Hebrew or Edomite. Okay? The so-called white man, he is not white. You're red. Okay? And ultimately you're black. It represents darkness. You're evil. Okay? And raiment, speaking of white, is clothed with purity. Okay? And righteousness. Okay? Everything about this devil is wicked. Okay? And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. So we know this devil is coming down with this great persecution, and terror and everything like that, getting ready for World War III to pop off. Okay? But our focus is on looking for these new heavens. Okay? This new righteousness, this new rulership. Okay? This new power structure is going to be for everlasting. Okay? And it says, okay, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. So our focus is to be written in the name of, is our name to be written in the book of life. Man. We know that this is going to happen. It's already written. This is ultimately Yahweh Bashim Yahshua doing his thing. Okay, through Esau on the left-hand side. So our mindset is on being written in the book of life, doing these guidelines to enter to the kingdom. Okay? The real test is coming. It's pretty much here. Okay? But I will confess his name before my Father, Yahweh, and before his angels. Come on, jump down. Verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, and the hour of temptation is the mark of the beast. Radio frequency identification chip, the Fervent chip, okay? Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon all the earth. Is going to try to see what you are about. Esau, you Edomites, you already done. You ain't got to take the chip. You already, you're going to be destroyed by that storm wind. Okay? And all other heathenistic nations. Okay? So for you Jakes who have not been called, who have been called and have been warned of this coming hour of temptation, which represents a season, if you have not hearkened back into it and you take that chip, you are officially done. You will be toast, crisp, burnt with fervent heat. That word again, fervent. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Hold this truth. It's talking to the elect. Hold this truth. Hold on. Have patience. That no man take thy crown. That means to be lukewarm. You don't want your candlestick to be put out and being given to another brother. Okay? Verse 12, him that overcometh will I make, and I just read this in Matthew 24th chapter, verses 44 on down. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar, it means to be a ruler, in the temple of my power. And he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and the name of the city of power, which is New Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power. And I will write upon him my new name, Yahushua. That means to be refreshed with his new name. It tells you that in Revelation also. Okay? Alright? So jump down to verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. So Yahweh Shai rather you be cold. Rather you be cold than to be lukewarm, man. To be in the middle of this thing. I'm going to just do a little bit to get by. Fuck no. You want to make 100% on this test. All right? And that's spiritual. I would thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. And that goes back into what Yahweh Shai said, man. Depart from me, I never knew you. I don't know this nigga, man. Fuck around with, man. Straight up, man. And you didn't give your all for me. I went through the most. You were given orders and instructions to do the same thing. Okay? And you didn't do it. So depart from me, I never knew you. Okay? It's 1 Timothy. I'm going to close it out right here. 1 Timothy chapter 4. I'm going to get chapter 4 here. 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. Do the work of an evangelist. That's preaching the gospel, teaching. Okay? Doing the works, having faith. I did a video on that. The elect will be sealed by faith in their works, man. Make full proof of thy ministry. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. Our time to get the fuck up out of this place is at hand. Just as Apostle Paul wrote it. Okay, so this is what we're going to say on the chariot, Lord willing. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. There it is right there. It outlines what I just said. Okay? And it's not me talking to the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that dwells in us. Beginning with our elders and apostles. It's 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 13. Close it out right here. Till I come, give attendance to reading. What did it say? Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee. You have a gift. You have been called to do a work, man. To have a gift. You have been given a gift. A special gift above all everything else. There's nothing else for you to do. Me and my elder down here in Louisiana, Elder Kazaki, were talking about this last night. We have been blessed with a gift. There's nothing else for us to do out here. That's it. After Yahweh, before Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, after Yahweh, Yahushai, it's nothing else. That's it. You're dead. You're done. You're already cooked, burnt, fried with fervent heat. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying of the hands of the presbyterian. Meditate upon these things. And it goes with self-examination, man. Meditating on these scriptures. Meditating on being beheaded for this truth. Being thrown to these concentration camps. Okay? You got to meditate on that, man. Okay? Like we say, Jake's so ready to jump on Yahweh Shai's chariot. He just overlooks all these things, man. Like it says in the book of Acts, the 14th chapter, we through much tribulation shall enter into the kingdom. In order to get on that chariot, which is the kingdom, you know, and everything else that comes with it, you're going to have to go through tribulation. Okay? It says, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them that profiting, Salaki, that thy profiting may appear to all. It's going to appear to all, man. The words of this truth, which is prophecy, is going to appear unto all, speaking on the behalf of the elect. So with that, I'm going to end the video. Hope it's been edifying. Brothers remain fervent in truth and in spirit and righteousness, man. Not being lukewarm. We at the end, 2020, the year of prophecy, with clear vision. Giving all infinite honor and glory as I face the east to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Akapadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who continue to push this truth in fervent heat, in season and out of season, wherever ye are scattered in these last days. Kwan Yashala, Shabbat Shalom. Salaki, not Shabbat Shalom, Shalom, Maki. Salaki.